Good afternoon, recorded live from the John Placino studio inside High Tech High School in Secaucus. It's Beyond the Bell with Brianna Paulino. We are going to flip the script a little bit on WHIT podcasting. I'm your host, very proud Superintendent, Amy Lin-Rodriguez. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, Miss Lin-Rodriguez.
So you know what it means to flip the script, right?
Yes.
We're going to take whatever might have been written and we are totally changing it because I'm hearing that you actually interview people, but today I want to interview you. What do you think about that?
I actually love that idea. It's been so long since I've been interviewed, so it's nice to have that little change for once in a while because change is good. Change is good.
Change is good, you know, and I see that in front of us we have some images of Penn University, Penn State. And I don't even want to get into that right now because you talked about that it's been so long since you've been interviewed. So what were your first interview experiences here?
Ooh, that's a really good question.
See, we're flipping the script, everybody.
I think my first interview experiences, I tend to do interviews for students and everything, mostly for events like homecoming. And well, that's a prime example, homecoming. I remember one time we did interviews, people walking down the red carpet. And I remember I was so ecstatic about it. I was really excited to interview people. And I interviewed a good 10 to 20 kids during that time. So by interviewing, I genuinely love to do interviewing because I like to get to know about the people, get to know about their passions, their likes, and what is it that they want to share for everyone towards the screen. And I do like to be that type of person that holds the mic and listens because I'm a listener, but I'm also a talker.
Yes,
so I go hand in hand with that. So it's one of the many things I love about interviewing as a whole because I like to hear new perspectives. I also like to share my perspectives as well.
And that's how we're very similar. And a lot of people have actually said that about us.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So in doing this, again, you are a broadcasting technology major. So your program of study has been all about broadcasting technology. And you actually have an original show here, correct?
Yes, I do.
What was the name of it?
Council Coffee Talk.
Oh, Council Coffee Talk. So the Coffee Council or the...
Well, the reason why I call it Council Coffee Talk because it was supposed to be a morning show and I love coffee. So I was and I love alliteration too because I'm a poetry nerd.
So am I. And that's why we were talking about Beyond the Bell. So I'll get back to that in a minute, but go on.
So I was let's have a combination with coffee, have a combination with alliteration. And then we make Council Coffee Talk to have a little morning show that we sometimes do whenever there's days with very impactful events going on. That's when we have the show because if there's too much going on, people don't necessarily read emails or they don't look at their posts. So we have everything clear and concise for a good 1 to 2 minutes explaining what is happening in the school. And then we send it out to everyone through email because it's easier to watch a video instead of going through hundreds of emails about each event.
Correct.
So, yeah.
Well, that's awesome. I have to say, working as a superintendent, every year we do needs assessment on our district, and communication is always one of the things that we always have to continue to improve and enhance. And I cannot thank you enough for really opening those doors of communication. I mean, Mr. DePiero and the team, they've been doing it for years. But you have brought it to the next level when it came to really reaching our students. So thank you very much. And that's why it's an honor for me to be sitting here. So you mentioned that, you like alliteration.
Yes,
and I am a firm believer in that. So when we sat here, we were brainstorming, what can we call this? So Mr. Meyer and the team over in County Prep High School Studios, they actually came up with a program that we're going to start launching in the upcoming school year called Beyond the Bell. Ooh. So I called him and I said, hey, can I use that phrase? Because I'm going to be sitting with Brianna, Beyond the Bell with Brianna. So this particular segment of your podcasting shows is actually going to be called Beyond the Bell because
that's nice.
It is everything that you do beyond just the regular school day. So kudos to you.
Thank you.
So what was the one show in your mind that completely stands out?
Ooh, wow. This is a hard question. I've had many shows. Oh, fun fact, yesterday during the Witty Awards, I won an award called person that's been in the most shows.
There we go.
I tend to jump around in many shows here and there. But I think the most impactful has to be the show. We called it the odd show because there was like an even show and an odd show. It was during sophomore year. And I think that was the most impactful because it was my first time being in the studio, my first time being around people after being, isolated in COVID for so long. And it was genuinely a really fun show because we did like random activities, talked about our random memories, and it was really nice because we get to connect with everyone. And this whole connection with people that I've never met, that I barely knew, it definitely enhanced our relationships. It enhanced my experience and my love for broadcasting, but also my confidence as well. So that very first show was amazing, like definitely amazing.
That is awesome.
Oh, there I am talking.
So I have to tell you, we have freshmen behind the scenes over here, and I don't know if anyone, while we're doing this, can pick up what's called camera 4. This is my first time actually sitting in the studio, being able to do this, but take a look at them. That is the crew over there. And they were telling me that they have so many videos archived of you.
Yeah.
And I was like, we got to pull up some questions that are really going to bring this out. They're a dynamic team over there. And, thanks to the leadership of not only, your teachers here, but students like you, seniors like you, who are not only leaving a legacy, but you've been so kind and humble throughout your experience here that these students are not only able to learn from you, but they're going to continue to carry on that legacy. And that's what our school district is all about, really educating students, whether it be for college or careers or both, So college, let's talk about this a little bit.
Oh, God.
Can we brag?
We could brag a little bit.
Okay, so after you get your diploma and you have maybe a little time off in the summer, where are we going and what are we doing?
Going to Philadelphia at the University of Pennsylvania.
We can do a drum roll for that. Does that throw up your mics?
And I'm double majoring in English with a concentration in creative writing and political science. Very exciting.
That is awesome. And I have to tell you, you do a phenomenal job just, interacting with different people. So those two majors are really great. And it's interesting because as a career and technical ed school, you are a broadcasting technology major. So what kind of skills have you learned that might help you with your double major?
Ooh, this is a really good question.
Because think about it, political science, creative writing, it's all involved in everything you've been doing.
100%. I definitely agree. I feel like broadcasting, again, helped me growing my confidence skills. And I feel like majors such as creative writing and political science, you definitely do need confidence when it comes to the two, because not only are you interacting with people, but you're also bringing your ideas out to the world. Yes. And definitely, talking in a microphone, whether that be sitting down or just interviewing students at homecoming, it definitely helped that confidence, but also enhanced my communication skills 100%, and also my people skills.
Well, your people skills are off the charts, so much so that when we were doing a nationwide search, we were doing a district-wide search for somebody to really represent our school. Oh, there's the bell. We are going beyond the bell. That is awesome. So we when we did a school search to really see who would best help represent our student population, the county executive had asked that we host the inauguration for him at our facilities. And we did that because, one of the major movements in his platform is all about educational opportunities. And our students, as we know, made the food. We had students, do the photography. We had our other students singing. And we selected you as one of the hosts because of those people skills. And you represent us so well. And I'm glad that HCST was able not only to give you the confidence, but also provide the confidence to all of those other majors that when people left that inauguration, they were wowed. There we go again. So we're going to keep on going beyond the bell, but confidence is key in anything that you do. So that is just some awesome stuff. So, when we talk about building a community too, so we talk about confidence, but also community building. We know that there's that term unity in the word community.
Yes.
Can you talk about some things that you did with the other members, whether it be student council or peer leaders or the other groups, help to create that unity within HCST? Because something that I've prided our current administration on is to really support our district-wide efforts. It's not county prep versus high tech, though it is fun in some games, right?
Yeah.
But yesterday was a perfect example of how the seniors got together for the first ever outdoor picnic with each other from both schools. So, when you look at things like that, what are some other things that you've spearheaded or have been part of that helps to create that unity under one umbrella of HCST?
Ooh, that's another good question. I know I've been saying like everything's a good question, but these are absolutely fantastic questions.
And I know, just happen here. They're just right here. So
the power of thinking in the moment is honestly amazing.
Well, that's what it is. And it just comes naturally based on, our interaction with each other. So.
Yes, definitely. All right, let me think. Ooh, a moment that I like that represents unique community. If I'm going to be honest, definitely field day. Even though it's so recent, I genuinely loved everything with planning field day, because not only was it like a joint collaboration with county prep, but I also get to meet amazing new people that I've never met before. I remember yesterday I talked to this one girl from county prep. Her name was Luna. Absolutely angel, very sweet. It was really nice to get to know her.
Luna, I believe, is a peer leader, or is...
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too.
She's really sweet. So I get to meet her. I get to meet a bunch of other people. And the reason why I loved that collaboration project so much is not only was I able to, again, connect more with my high-tech peers, but I get to connect with the county prep peers as well. And having this collaboration with one another like enhances the togetherness of HCST as a whole. Even if it's through playing volleyball, basketball, or running around the playground. Like small moments like these, small moments that we don't really have anymore, such as, again, playing around the playground.
Right.
It means so much to me personally, because I'm a type of person that loves like anything nostalgic related. And
how come you don't play around in the playground anymore?
Usually when I'm in the playground, I would have to watch my sister.
Exactly.
So all the
But
responsibilities.
I have to tell you, I am blessed. I have a 12-year-old son. And when he was younger, I used every opportunity that I took him to the park to also go on a swing.
Yes.
Because you are never too old. You talk about that word nostalgia, and we brought you back a little bit with some of your first shows, right?
Yes.
But don't ever lose that sense of wonder that you have when you're a child, So just keep at it. I'm going to get emotional because this has probably been like one of the best senior classes that we've had. And I know we're never supposed to say that, but this particular group, again, you brought such a unity to our community. How about that peer leadership brunch?
Oh, that was so fun. Absolutely love the peer leadership brunch.
And you invited the middle schoolers. We hosted it at their campus. And I've never seen so many students ask for so many waffles and muffins and all those good breakfast treats. But I had such a pleasure serving you guys. And you transformed their gymnasium into a wonderland for everybody to enjoy. And, just doing that. And then one other thing that really is going to be a good foundation for all of us at HCST. Your student councils got together this year, and you put together a student council report. Where you spoke to each other very openly and honestly. Zachary Yabut, who is very similar to you, he's like your county prep counterpart, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
He is going to present that report at the next board meeting. He's actually, that's his last board meeting. He's a student liaison to the board. And as a board member, he's going to bring everything that you brought up in front of the board. Prior to that, I've already worked with our administrators with different challenges that you might have faced, because you all got together and talked about it, or you talked about ways that we can enhance what we do in our district. So don't sell yourself short when you think about, the ways that you've collaborated. I know a field day is fun. It brings back nostalgia, but by bringing the student councils together, you all had a very open voice and you all felt confident enough to share that. So I thank you, because that's how we can continue to improve.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I feel so emotional now.
Don't feel emotional. This is you. I want others to be able to see what a student could be capable of doing. In fact, we kind of started the show a little late and you came in here totally winded. And why though?
Rushing, and I was, in class, then I was like, oh no, I forgot about
But
this.
what were
and
you
then I
doing
ran.
right before you came here? You were in a science class or something?
Oh yeah. Before I went to my class, they was doing a science fair with like the biomed kids and the AP bio kids. I absolutely love their projects. It was very intriguing, very interesting with the findings they have. They mostly worked with zebrafish and lanternflies and the
Oh.
whole concept of like lanternflies and its effect within our environment. And even though the findings are disheartening, knowing what
Yes.
happens to nature, they are very essential information that I really do hope one day could continue to be explored. Because even though I'm not a science person, I do appreciate the concept of science because they definitely help a lot in terms of the way we live, the way our environment is, and learning more about it. So it was very, very intriguing, if I'm going to be honest.
But that's why you were running late, because you were giving your time to another type of major that isn't even yours.
Yeah.
So again, always continue to keep on learning and, all of that great stuff. So one other thing, because we touched upon UPenn, I want to brag a little bit more about you, though. So not only did you get accepted to UPenn, okay, you will be going there. We know what you're going to be majoring in. Are there any other special things about that college?
Another special thing is I
that
did
you
get
never brag
in
about?
for a full ride to UPenn through Questbridge.
That means a full scholarship, so she will not be in any financial debt.
Yay!
As far as tuition is concerned.
Yes, that's true.
As far as tuition is concerned. So congratulations to you.
Thank you.
And then you were also honored by a very prestigious national.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes. The National Honor Society 25 finalists out of 16,000 people.
16,000 people. Can we get that up on the screen? 16,000 students applied to be considered for a scholarship. And you were in the top 25, you said, right?
Yes.
Yes. So do you want to talk a little bit about that process?
Yeah, of course. Oh my goodness. That whole process was at a time where college applications were happening, these school projects were happening,
Right.
and student council events. So I had a lot on my plate. My plate was
Plus peer leadership too.
Yes,
Yeah.
plus peer leadership with the planning with the brunch. So it was definitely a lot going on. Definitely a lot. So in that process, I actually applied. I started my application 2 weeks before, and it was a very long process because they wanted me to write essays about every single of my extracurriculars.
And there's a lot.
It is a lot. So it was very time consuming.
And that's beyond the bell.
It was. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I really like that.
You could thank Mr. Meyer. I don't know who on his think tank over there thought of that, but it's a great slogan.
It really is, honestly.
And it's going to be our show, so you're
alliteration.
going to have to tune into it next year.
I will. I definitely will.
Okay.
But what was I saying?
So you were you were talking about the grueling process, but
Yes.
And then they asked you all about your extracurricular, which is a lot, because see how you do a lot of talking and listening, so do I. So here we go. So you had to highlight certain things for them, and it was funny because when I was reading that bio, and this is when it first came out, I just thought about it naturally now, but when it first came out, I kept on thinking, what else does she do? Oh my gosh, everything. So what are some of the highlights that you focused on for that? Because National Honor Society all has to do with, those pillars of leadership, right? Community, so service.
I think what I focused on the most is leadership.
Right.
I'm mostly focused on leadership because I have a huge passion for leadership, for inspiring people. And the reason why I have this passion for inspiring people is because I want to help people find their own, their own power, their own fire to take the lead and inspire other people, kind of like a cycle in a way. Like if I inspire this person will be inspired. And if they're inspired, then they can do this. And then this person will inspire other people. So that was mainly my whole goal in constructing my entire application.
Is to lead by inspiration.
Yes.
I'm loving it completely. So who inspired you? Now we're really going beyond the bell. Has there been anybody that may notably stand out at a turning point in your life, or somebody who might be a constant? It could be any of those.
I know this sounds cliche, but 100% my mom. My mom,
Kudos
oh
to
my
mom.
God, she's absolutely amazing. She helped me a ton with gaining my confidence, telling me to take this step. Because to be honest, when I was in middle school, I was not like this at all. I was timid. I was shy. I was scared to take the lead.
Do you believe that back there on camera 4? There's no way she was ever timid or shy.
Yeah, I was very timid and I was scared to take the lead, scared to take action because of this fear of failure. I was thinking to myself, what's the point of achieving something if there's a percentage that I will fail? But my mom always tells me, yes, there's a percentage to quote unquote fail, but there's also a percentage to succeed. There's
Correct.
a chance you will be able to have these amazing accomplishments, make that impact.
Yes.
And through those words, when I was in the 6th grade applying to National Junior Honor Society, I decided to apply. And that's when it started, this love of helping, leading, talking to people and doing service for the community, for the betterment.
Fast forward 7 years and look at where you are now.
Yeah.
So congratulations to you. And again,
Thank you.
kudos to mom. Oh, I wish we had a picture of her. Had we known about that, we could have flashed a picture of mom.
Yeah.
But that's awesome because, and you always have to look at everything that when you are presented with those challenges, make them into opportunities for growth, success, or, just get through that fear. Sometimes it's sad because sometimes people want to lead by fear.
Yeah.
You want to lead by inspiration. So you actually took your fear though, and rather than impose that on other people, you brought your fear to a different level and you overcame that.
Yes.
And this is unbelievable. I'm kind of speechless right now back there. So I can't even think of anything more that I could say about you other than continue to be the success that you are. And whenever you feel like, because life is always a roller coaster, comes with its ups and downs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times, that anticipation of getting all the way up there at that top of that roller coaster is like, wow, this is super exciting. And then all of a sudden, okay. Oh, there she is. Look at her.
Yes.
Look at her.
That's me.
And that is confidence at the podium. I guarantee you that the crew got it back there just by Google searching something too, because those pictures were all over the place. Look at that. And there you are, Brianna. So, that roller coaster, when it's on its way down, sometimes it's, whoa, this is, whoa, so much.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden it's down here, right?
Yes.
So just make sure whenever that roller coaster is down there,
Mm-hmm.
you continue to draw from that great energy that your mom gives you, the strength that a good group of friends have for you, family, whoever is there. Maybe it's a mentor or somebody that you might meet in college, and always know that HCST will be your home. So if ever you want to come back, we would love to have you back for another episode of Beyond the Bell.
Wait, let me try that. Beyond the Bell.
So congratulations to you.
Thank
And
you.
how do you want to close out the show? This is all yours.
This
This is your show. You know this. So
how I would like to close off the show. Well, first and foremost, thank you so much, Miss Lin, for this
oh my goodness.
amazing interview. Like got me emotional many times. I almost got teary-eyed too.
Wait till graduation.
Oh my goodness, I'll be full on tears.
Wait a minute, full disclosure. So whenever we do graduation programs, this is really Beyond the Bell. Whenever we do graduation programs, we have to take a look at them at central office before they get printed. Mm-hmm. I have to speak after you.
Okay.
No, that's not good.
Oh.
Because you are amazing. You are such a confident speaker that I said, oh my goodness, I have to follow Brianna Paulino.
You're going to do amazing, Miss Lin.
No, but you know what? My speech is much different. My speech is really just to highlight everybody who we have to thank for bringing you to, all of our students to this particular path of graduation day. But you're going to knock it out of the park. So we look forward to that. So how do you want to close out?
Let me think. Ooh, my brain's just, ooh.
Okay, so how about we say something like, thanks for watching.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Beyond the Bell with Brianna Paulino. And we can tune into WHIT's podcasting, YouTube, Twitter for more info, more shows. And we want you all to have a great day.
Yes, 100%.
Awesome.
That was so fun.
Take care, everybody. Thank you.
That was amazing. Thank you so much, Miss Lynn. You got me so much.